Alright, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the FireRed Tournament 2022. I'm here with Ananon, and today we're going to be doing the first race of the next round, down to 9 racers, and all of them should be pretty exciting. So today we got Pickle versus Amoeba versus Main. All three very established, very, very good runners. So this can really go any way.
This is where the spicy matches start. Like, at this point of the tournament, only the one runner who actually wins the race is gonna advance to the finals. So we're
Yes.
gonna see a lot more risk taking, obviously. So yeah, these are gonna be very, very good races. Hopefully, unless like somebody gets a little bit handled by RNG, because this game has a lot of bad RNG.
That does happen, yes. We're off to the races. Pickle taking the 26-second penalty for being on emulator right away. And the other two runners just go straight in. But yeah, as Ananon said, the fact that you're just playing for first in this round means that the stakes are a lot higher and people are going to be playing a lot more aggressively, which is very exciting.
Yeah, that can also lead to like more unexpected early DNFs,
Yes, that's true too.
because like there's a few fights which are kind of unlikely to die to. For example, like Sammy, the first fight in Forest.
Yeah.
I don't think if we're gonna see any saves for that fight in the semifinals, even though it's not that unlikely to actually die, because like one untimely crit and it's just over.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to watch out for those fights, especially.
Yeah, a lot of fights in early game like that. Sammy, Liam, and Brock, all three back-to-back, have a somewhat decent chance to kill you, so we usually always save for it in races, but may start seeing them being skipped. So yeah.
Seems
Obviously.
like nobody's gonna go for the manip here.
Yep.
But the manip in this game is probably one of the hardest ones for Generation 3. There's only one manip in this game, which is for the Squirtle. And you basically try to manip as good Squirtle as possible that is available on a certain ID that you get. The problem with this manip though is that it is heavily dependent on NPC movement, which you have to keep track of. And because the window for the manip is only 1 frame, which means 1/60th of a second, it is very hard to like actually hit in a run. So people are having a backup Squirtle prepared for races, and the IVs of those, as well as the natures, we can see in the middle of our screens here. We have one Rash Squirtle, one Modest Squirtle, and one Mild Squirtle. Interestingly enough, all three of those natures are runnable. And like from like which one is the best here? What would you say, Headpop?
I feel like Pickles is probably the best. He has 31 special attack and speed, and Rash is also generally considered the best of the three natures, just because you take less physical damage. Modest also. Modest is. I feel like Modest is generally. I don't know. Modest and Mild both can be okay. It just really depends, I think.
Critical for Amoeba, skipping a turn.
But I think Pickles is pretty universally the best of the three.
Probably, yeah. Like, to explain a little bit about the IVs. Basically, IVs mean the higher the IV is, the better, obviously, the stat is. So, for this speedrun, you want to have at least 30 special attack, 30 IVs in special attack, in order to, like, be able to one-shot most things.
Yeah.
And for speed, it's like, the higher your speed is, the more things you get to outspeed throughout the run. So seeing 30 and 31 is really good. Like, you're probably gonna be outspeeding pretty much everything that is possible to outspeed.
Yep.
And for the other stats, like special defense is fine to have, but not really that important. Probably the least important stats.
Yeah, it should be.
is good for setting up Torrent, which we will explain a little bit later. Attack is also not really that important. Like, the only real physical move we're gonna use is gonna be Mega Kick a little bit later. And defense is like, the higher the defense, obviously the less damage you take, which is also preferable. But
Yes, exactly.
Want to talk a bit about Route 1?
All right. So you're gonna see. So main's already through Route 1, but you're gonna see everyone on the first pass up. They're going for a kill on one of the Pokemon that they encounter. They pretty much always will encounter a Pokemon on the way up. And that is, I think, so that you get Bubble, or no, not Bubble. It's a different reason than in Red specifically, but I think it's so that you get Water Gun for Route 3 is the real reason.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the biggest point. Like, you need a little bit of experience, and like one singular encounter on Route 1 gives you enough experience to actually get level 13 after Brock, which is gonna give you Water Gun, which is a very strong move that's gonna be able to one-shot pretty much everything on the coming routes. But
And then also you saw, sorry, you also saw Amoeba. I think at least Amoeba. He also killed the second Pokemon, and so that is so that he gets Bubble, for the Sammy fight, like a fight early. And the reason why that's so good is because if you don't have Bubble, then you have to Tail Up and then Tackle, and then Tackle can also miss. So it's generally a pretty faster and safer fight because you can't miss. And especially on Modest, you also do less damage to the Weedle. So definitely a very, very good play for Amoeba for going for Bubble, but not everyone will do it.
yeah, like the Sammy fight is decently slow with most Squirtle, so getting Bubble for that one just saves a lot of time. Also, he's also gonna have Bubble for the catches, which are gonna be coming up on Route 1. Since we cannot really manip encounters in this game, we just have to pretty much take whatever we get, and we need to catch one Pokemon that learns Cut, and one Pokemon that learns Fly throughout the run. And conveniently enough, both of the pokes which are available on Route 1 can learn one of the moves. So for main here, he found a Rattata, which is gonna be using for Cut, and Pickle found a Pidgey, which he can teach Fly to later in the run.
Yes, also worth noting that you also need someone that can use Strength. And Rattata unfortunately can't learn Strength, but that's actually okay because we just teach it to Blastoise instead. But if you perhaps didn't get a Rattata here, if you're on LeafGreen, you could just go and get a Sandshrew a bit later. And that's really good because that learns Cut and Strength without having to teach over another move. So Sandshrew is actually ideal, but you don't actually get it that often, I think, in races.
Yeah, it's pretty rare, but it can always happen. There's also the option for a Nidoran on Route 3, but that one is even less likely to appear than a Sandshrew, so we are probably not gonna see one this run, I wanna say. But like, Nidoran can also learn Strength as well as Cut, so that would also be a pretty sick encounter to get. So yeah, looks like Pickle already through Route 1. I think Ming got both catches here, and this should also be Amoeba's second catch here, because I saw him getting a bird before. So yeah, not too bad. I think not a single breakout. I saw one tackle miss from Main. Tackle being 95% accurate, so yeah, it happens from time to time. You just miss a tackle at some point in the run. But that's not the worst move to miss. There's worse moves to miss than tackle. So
Definitely.
So yeah, our Gen... Which generation is Let's Go? Is it 7 or is it 8?
Let's Go's Gen 7, yeah.
Gen 7, so yeah. Our Gen 7 speedrunner here, the old man, just casually one-balling the Weedle. With high skill. Like a 33% catch if you would try to go for it, but Oldman just nails it.
Yeah, he just nails it every time. He's just too good at the game.
Doesn't he fail it in yellow?
He does fail it in yellow. Yeah, he's learned over the years.
That's great. Okay, so not go through the grass. Okay. Interesting decision, but yeah, forest time is always cat jam time, obviously. And yeah, you pretty much just have to go through all these grass tiles and hoping for no encounters. Or as few encounters as possible.
Yeah.
You can't really do anything about this, like you don't have repels at this point yet, so yeah.
Yeah, getting 0 encounters through all of Forest is pretty close to impossible, just because of how the encounter how encounters are generated in this game. You're like more likely to get an encounter on each individual tile each individual tile you don't get an encounter, you're more likely to get one, if that makes sense.
Exactly, yeah.
So going through the entire forest without any is very, very unlikely. You usually expect like 2 to 3 at least.
Yeah, I've gotten it once in the tournament, but it's like I think I've gotten it like 2 times ever throughout running this game, and I've done a lot of resets and a lot of forests. It's very unlikely. So I'm gonna be surprised if we actually see another one in this tournament. But I'm not really expecting one. So yeah, first fight here. I see a main actually saving.
Yeah, main got the 3rd potion below and saved.
Good decision. Did anybody else save? I didn't really
Before
check.
fight.
This is looking good. Pickle should be fine here. And Amoeba should also be full. Yeah, looks good.
Pickle's HP seems really nice. Not perfect, but pretty good. Same with Amoeba.
Yeah, Amoeba is a little bit too high HP. What do you kind of want to be in Torrent after this fight? And actually a little bit deeper Torrent for Brock's gem.
Yeah.
Usually you also kind of want to get poisoned, even though it's slower, you get to set up your HP perfectly for the gem. So main actually getting poisoned here is not too bad to see.
So Pickle saving for Liam. Maybe we are going to see a bit more saves than we're expecting. Yeah, Amoeba saving as well. I guess it's still fair if everyone decides to save instead of nobody saving.
Yeah, I think Liam is a fight you just have to save for.
Yeah.
Reason not being the Geodude. Geodude is gonna be a one-shot here for Pickle because he is in Torrent. And a 2-shot for Amoeba because he's not in Torrent. So you already see Torrent saves a lot of time. But the bigger reason is going to be the Sandshrew coming up here. The Sandshrew usually is a 2-shot if you do have Torrent. That looked like a bad roll.
Bad
and
roll,
it has 3
yeah.
moves. It has Defense Curl, which is great to see. It has Sand Attack, which is really bad to see. And it has Scratch, which does a lot of damage. And you also don't want to see, because it ruins your HP too much. Okay, Pickle just needs to hit here.
Goes for tackle. Gets rewarded.
Nice. You were getting Scratch into Torrent, which is perfect because it guarantees the range.
His HP is actually very nice.
Yeah, this is great. This is gonna be he's gonna be out of Rock Tomb range and in Torrent. It's just gonna go in here. I can definitely understand his. Same for Amoeba. That's a little bit interesting, but I guess he can just play around crits if he really wants to. Let's see how he decides to play.
Pickle getting the range.
So,
Pickle a little
actually
bit
going
higher
for
HP.
withdraw.
Okay, he goes for withdraw, sorry.
Okay. Didn't get punished. That's good to see. Like with how crits work
Ooh.
in this game. Oh,
That's unfortunate. And misses the
That's the
range
range.
too.
that works.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, alright.
Okay, good.
Actually not a bad spot for Pickle. Amoeba gets the range. Both actually in pretty good shape for Route 3.
Yeah, this is very good HP for both of them. Pickle's gonna keep Torrent for a little bit here. Amoeba's gonna level out on level 14, but he can't just stall on the first trainer for a bit. And Mean saving for Brock here. Definitely not a bad decision with his Squirtle. That's like one of the downsides of running mild. Mild nature meaning he has minus defense nature, which means he's gonna take more damage from physical moves, basically. So he's gonna take more damage from things like Tackle in this fight, and also Rock Tomb, which means he has to be at high. It's actually very high HP here.
Yeah.
I guess he had to heal on Sammy.
He must have
on
gotten
Liam,
scratch, yeah.
because he did have good HP entering the fight, but I guess he just got scratched turn 1 on something and decided to play it safe. Can definitely understand that, because dying is decently slow. Like, you just have to reload your save and go again, pretty much.
Main opts to withdraw here.
Good choice. Unlucky that he got bind. If he saw Tackle, it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Not a
Pretty
bind.
high for main, unfortunately. So Amoeba should be in the lead, right? Because he's got 2, and Pickle only has 1, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Um,
I don't know. We'll see soon if Pickle actually has both. Only one. But yeah, Route 3, very chill section if you actually do have Torrent. Because all of these bugs, we are only gonna fight bug catchers here on this route, and all of these just die to Water Gun if you have Torrent. So you can already like think about what do you need to do, how do you need to set up your HP for the next few fights. You need to get the purse and stuff like that. So very chill route. Even getting string shot here, it's a little unlucky. Gets tackled on second time, so that's fine.
okay. That's unfortunate.
That's good. He has Torrent for the next level, so no big deal. Obviously would have liked to see a little bit more damage there. Because you kind of want to have Torrent to for level 15 as well. Because you're still gonna be fighting bug catchers at level 15, so that's how this route works. I didn't see the shopping, but I don't know if Pickle will actually do late search here. But
Yeah, I missed it too, unfortunately. But Pickle has been doing late surge, I think, the last couple of runs. Wasn't really paying attention, but main appears to now have Torrent for this level. Probably gonna opt to take more damage, yep. String shot, of course.
It's always string shot, 50-50 by the way. To see either string shot. Okay, that's
and 1 in 16.
perfect.
Or no, that's just mild, right?
That's a mild, yeah.
Yeah,
Always takes 3 damage. But yeah, Pickle having Torrent for this fight. He watched out both pokes and Amoeba, missing the range on the Caterpie. And he's gonna have a 2-shot on the Metapod. So a little bit of time loss, but it's fine. It happens.
Pickle gets Prism. Yeah, it seems like Pickle's doing late surge. So he has 7, yeah, he's got the late surge shopping.
Let's go. Okay, we're gonna talk about late surge a little bit later, I guess. Oh, okay, it was a clean pass from Amoeba. Very nice. Pause manip on the walker. Pickle opting to back manip the spinner. Okay, interesting decision. There's usually a different setup for that one. So if you look at Amoeba's screen, he might just do the usual run to walk. Let's see. Pickle saving for charge. Very good decision. Even though it's decently unlikely to actually die to him, it was a very good run to walk. You can still die to quick attack crits.
Yeah.
Their main concern.
Pickle's definitely gonna want to get hit here. It's kind of why you do, Josh, because you want to get quick attack at least once, but unfortunately he doesn't. So he's gonna have pretty high HP coming out of the evolution, unfortunately.
It's a little bit unfortunate. Amoeba not having Torrent for this fight is a little bit scary though. Because, as you can see, those retarders have Tail Whip. Like, they're not guaranteed to hit you. And now he really has to hope for quick attack on this turn. He actually gets one.
It actually has really good HP, yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. Because if he didn't get quick attack that turn, he could have just gotten, like, tackle into quick attack, and then he probably would have just died. So yeah, good HP. Hopefully he gets the range. He does not. It's unfortunate, but it's still good HP. No worries here.
Main opting for Bug Catcher. Makes sense because he has Torrent for 16 and doesn't need the speed EV.
Yep.
But his HP will be a little bit high coming out of the Evo, also.
Yeah, it's fine though. There's like the next trainer also has a retarder, and it also has quick attack. So if you just get lucky, you'll get hit into Torrent anyways. It just evens out basically. So yeah, I think main did get both catches, right? Amoeba also has both.
Pretty sure pretty sure they both did, but...
And Pickle still needs to get cut poke.
Yeah, we've had so many trainers to check. We haven't. Alright, Pickle's got pretty good HP.
Okay, that's perfect. Everything only did 10. That's quite underwhelming. Not gonna lie. I thought it does a little bit more, but I know. Could just be me. Amoeba on the other hand, already having Torrent, so he's just gonna be one-shotting this rat. Same for the Zubat. Like, as you can see, Torrent is very good in this game. It just saves a lot of turns throughout pretty much the entire game, I wanna say.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a few fights where you actually need to have Torrent. Because you would be in... Like, it's gonna be riskier being out of Torrent than being in Torrent, because in Torrent you would just one-shot stuff. And out of Torrent you would take a hit, and those hits might actually do like half of your HP as damage.
Ooh,
Just kinda
okay.
interesting.
So Pickle crits the Voltorb, which is a range. Amoeba gets Disable Miss. Pickle gets both ranges.
Oh, clutch. Ming got unlucky and got Tail Whip from the rat, so... Okay, gets...
Oh, and he gets Supersonic.
Very important miss though. I mean, he has the Person Barrier, but you kinda don't want to have to use it already.
Yeah.
Decent safety item for later. You're also getting the range on the coughing, very good.
So yeah,
416, so...
So yeah, Pickle getting the Great Ball confirmed, has to get another Slave. Main just showed there, he already has both for sure.
That's a very good pound.
So all things considered, all 3 runners pretty close. Pickle kind of needs like a pretty decent catch here to like stay on pace with the other 2, but it's never gonna put him out of it, obviously.
Yeah.
Spearow, unfortunately, not a great start. So yeah, Amoeba also is too, so he's gonna be in the lead now.
Yeah. Ooh, into Sandshrew. That is great. Pickle getting the Sandshrew. We talked about this before. Sandshrew being able to learn Strength. It's gonna save like... How much is it? I think it's like over 10 seconds actually.
Yeah, pretty decent chunk of time.
Not having to teach over a move. Well, not a, you don't even actually have to do an extra menu for Strength. Like you just teach it when you teach other stuff.
Yeah.
Not gonna spoil anything yet, which moves we're gonna use, because obviously everybody in chat already knows which move we're gonna be using. That's Amoeba with 13 potions is
13?
Interesting decision.
That's crazy.
He's gonna have healing forever. He's not gonna run out of those. I think he is sold Rock Tomb to get that many.
It looks like Pickle and Amoeba are synced, but I think Amoeba's already menued and Pickle hasn't. Yeah. Okay. Alright, Amoeba going into Misty. Pretty scary fight if you don't have the Person Berry. If you have the Person Berry, it becomes a lot better. But you still obviously can die. See what happens here.
You're also opting to not save. See if it pays off. There's not really that much that can go wrong. The one thing that can go wrong is Water Pulse. Water Pulse has a 20% chance to confuse, and that's the reason why we actually got the Person Berry. But he's like, I think he's actually 50-50 to see Water Pulse here from Stammy on each turn.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay, I see what happened. I guess Main must have gotten poisoned and died to the poison.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he died without catching a slave. Okay, great roll on Amoeba. Definitely going for that.
Yep.
Gets the range, very nice.
Yeah, he already crit the Stammy, so she already used the super potion on the Stammy.
Oh, I missed that.
But still great to get the 2-shot afterwards anyways. See for Pickle here, that's an okay roll.
Not quite there. Dead to crit here, unfortunately. Doesn't get it. Nice. Pretty good HP for Pickle also.
Also gets through the fight. Pretty much unharmed. That's perfect. It's gonna have to potion here for the next fight, but it's okay. I'm getting Water Pulse crit, which barely does any damage, but whatever. See how his Stammy goes. He should be seeing Swift a lot here because he just has very low defense compared to his special defense.
He opts to go for that roll. Misses it, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a little bit unlucky. I think it was a favorable range.
I think it was favorable, yeah, but barely, I assume. Okay, doesn't get crit. Alright, so all 3 runners pass Misty.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, next fight, Amoeba is already in it. Rival 2, probably the worst early game fight, I wanna say.
Yes, for sure.
Main reason being this Bulbasaur. And we got 2 new moves before Misty's Gym. One being Bite, and one being Mega Kick. And as you can see, Mega Kick does not always necessarily hit, but he gets a lot of sleep powders, so that's perfect for him. That works.
Sleep powder is as accurate as Mega Kicks. Feels fair to me.
Yep. I mean, Rival had 2 misses and...
Oh, well yeah, I guess by definition then it wasn't. That's okay. We take those.
That works, I guess. So yeah, very, very good Rival fight here. For Amoeba. But yeah, the thing about this fight, Pickle also getting sleep powder is what is going on. It's kick hit perfect. The main issue about this fight I want to say is usually you end up in a scenario where you have to hit the kick, and if you miss it, you die.
Yeah.
So
Pretty common scenario.
It's like you bite, and if you don't get a flinch, and if you get either Vine Whipped or Sleep Powder hit, you end up in an HP where it will just die to another Vine Whip. So you have to kick for your life, and if you miss it, you are pretty much dead and have to use your revive. So, main.
Wow, that's
12
crazy.
HP.
Not gonna be happy about that one.
Nope, that is very unlikely. Gonna lose a little bit of time because he has to switch out. He can't really continue the fight at -1 accuracy. Fight is already bad enough at +0 accuracy, so...
Yeah.
On the other hand, it was good that he actually saw
really...
instead of tackle, because he might have just gotten into really bad HP for Bulbasaur.
Dude, main's getting so trolled.
Oh no. That is really bad. It's just gonna go for the kick.
Oh man.
That's
yeah.
Good choice.
Blue hitting his first sleep powder of the day on main. Felt particularly aggressive towards him, I guess.
Yeah, that was probably as bad as the rival fight can go without actually dying. I mean, he was pretty much dead.
Yeah.
So. Okay, no turn to quick attack, that is good. He's out of Vine Whip range here for main, so...
Yeah, much better HP than last time. Flinch here would be great. Vine Whip, so we're hitting for our lives, yay. Okay, at least we hit. We are gonna have to heal though, unfortunately.
Yeah,
that's okay.
The last Charter has quick attack, and he is in quick attack range here, so... Gonna have to use another potion. I think he's very low in potions already. I think I saw 2 potions in the previous fight.
That's not a lot.
Yeah, it's 3, so it's gonna be a 2. That is not great. You kind of want to have a few potions to set up your HP later. But I think you can still make it work. Like, you get access to super potions very soon, and you'll just be using super potions for the most part. Like, just to heal yourself back up to full HP. Because it's just a lot safer for a lot of fights, or like, just necessary for a few fights. But yeah, main, a little bit behind here, but he can definitely catch up. Like, there's a few very hard fights, or very time-consuming fights, where if you die, you just give everybody a chance to catch up a lot.
Yes, absolutely. And main probably doing early surge, right? Because he usually does. So if he gets that first try, then that will definitely save him some time. But yeah, Amoeba pretty much one trainer ahead of Pickle, and then Pickle's a couple fights ahead of main. Still pretty close, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's like Nugget Bridge, or this entire split is, there's not really much going on. You just sweep through underlevel pokes, like you see the level 10 Kakuna on main screen. And you have this level 22 Blaster's Water with Bite and Water Pulse, which you just grabbed from Misty's Gem. You just pretty much sweep through everything. So I think it's like a good time to talk a little bit about late Surge. The third gym leader is gonna be Surge, which is the electric type gym leader. And with electric being strong against our Wartortle, it already... how should I put that? How should I put this? It's like already a bad sign. Like, he will do a lot of damage, and electric type pokes being fast usually is also not great. So he will have a poke that will outspeed us and will do a lot of damage to us. And Pickle will just opt to skip that fight for now and come back later with level 36 Blastoise and will just sweep through that fight with no sweat. The downside of the route is that... Oh, clean Dampers here. Time to donate some subs. The downside of the late charge route is that it's a little bit slower. Like, you have to make an extra detour, which loses about half a minute to a minute. And you're gonna be a little bit under leveled for the Rock Town split, but like the consistency it brings to not having to fight Surge early on, it just pretty much outweighs the time loss of the route.
Yeah, especially in a race setting for sure.
Yeah, especially in races, yeah. Like in 90%, you just, if you do PP attempts, you just reset and start a new run. But for races where you actually have to get past the fight, it's pretty much a coin flip whether you win or lose the fight. That's how hard the fight really is. But I guess we'll get to explain the fight later when we actually get there. Didn't see Pickle stand pass, but I think he just did.
Yeah, he did
back?
he did the YOLO 1 in 16.
Ah, okay. Also works. Yeah, more Mega Kicks for Amoeba to hit. Yeah, Mega Kick is not only useful for the rival Bulbasaur and Ivysaur, but it's also useful for pretty much every single Oddish you see.
Yep. I was about to say actually
FireRed.
every single Oddish in the game, pretty much.
Oddish being that bulky, like on the special side, or I think in general.
In general, yeah.
It's... You could, in theory, bite it, but it's always going to be a two-shot, so you just, like, take the risk, hope for the 75% kick to hit, and celebrate if it does, and if it doesn't, it's like, whatever, you go again. You have to deal with it.
Unfortunately, Mega Kick also has 5 PP, so when you actually do miss, it does matter generally. It does determine when you decide to use your ether. Yeah, so that you have enough Mega Kicks for the ones that are coming up.
Yeah, a lot of the PP restoring items we use in this game are mainly for Mega Kick, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, we grab an ether pretty much just for Mega Kick. We grab an elixir, which is mostly useful for Mega Kick, but also for other moves. Or we already grabbed the elixir, I should say. Main is going to... Now you actually also got it. It's like right before the Onyx trainer.
Yeah.
And we get... How many more is it? It's gonna be 1 max elixir for Sylph and 1 elixir for Champ. So, yeah, a lot of PP restoring items just for Mega Kick. Even though we kind of want to avoid it as much as possible, we oftentimes just have to go for the kick in order to save time.
Yeah, I mean hitting kicks is just so fast. Unfortunately, there are a lot of them to hit though, so hitting all of them is maybe like I think we did the math earlier. It was like 2% to hit every kick, which is just like
There's no way it's that high. It should be way. Maybe it makes sense, I guess. Yeah. Maybe already missing one. Okay, it's the second one. Perfect. Maybe I did get the ether right on the, because I think he skipped it when entering Bill's house, but I think he just got it after leaving. And Pickle just skipped it entirely, as it seems like. One of the benefits for the late search route, you're gonna be using the boat heal before the next trial fight, because it's just more convenient, basically. with how the setup is gonna work. Like, both Amoeba and Main are gonna be heading into the fight in Torrent, if possible. And Pickle is gonna head in at full HP. So... Main on dangerously low HP. When they feel decide to potion here.
Yeah, Drowsy actually decent concern. And also the Eradicate in a couple trainers has quick attack.
Yep.
So, I mean, he's gonna have a level. I think at least one level before that, but even still.
Okay, maybe gets quick attack into Torrent. That is perfect. Pickle get attacked into Torrent. That is also perfect.
Pickle's slightly too high, but it's actually just fine.
Yeah, he's gonna both heal. So.
Oh yeah. But Amoeba's HP I think is really good.
Yeah. So yeah, small drop here for Amoeba. Getting super potions, some paralyze heals, and some repels. Pickle is gonna skip the drop entirely. Mostly because he already bought extra repels and paralyze heals in the pewter shop. But he also will not be needing any super potions up until like past Rock Tunnel. He's gonna grab one right before Rock Tunnel, but that one will be enough for the pretty much the rest of Rock Tunnel, as I said.
Yeah, the reason why you need so many super potions on early surge is because oftentimes you're put into situations where you kind of need a super potion, unless you just get a perfect fight. But
yeah.
I think basically if you just miss ever, you're probably gonna have to super potion.
Exactly, yeah. If you just don't flinch, then you usually have to super potion. Oh, Pickle not saving. Interesting. Main missing another kick. Gets headbutt into Torrent, which is good for the next fight.
Oh, and it does seem like he did potion also. Probably in the same menu as the Ether.
I guess so, yeah.
Stand attack for Pickle, unfortunately, but at full HP, it's not unexpected.
Yeah, that's like one of the downsides of entering the fight full HP. Pidgeotto is very likely to use Sand Attack if you are at high HP, and decently low percent to use Sand Attack if you are at low HP. That was a very good explanation, I think.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, Pickle getting the crit, very good. Saves a lot of time critting that Ivysaur. Usually you want to like kick it and to stall for a little bit of damage, because compared to Amoeba and Main, both of them will be healing after this fight to restore the HP and their Mega Kick PP, as well as like Water Gun and Water Pulse PP. For Searcher's Gem, on the other hand, Pickle already heals, so he will just like take the HP he gets and head towards Rock Tunnel with this. And ideally you want to have Torrent to pretty much guarantee a few of the ranges coming up, but it's not like mandatory at all. Being full HP is a little bit scary though.
It seems like Pickle opted to Water Gun the Eradicate ×2. I'm not sure if that was to go for damage or to conserve Mega Kicks or what, but
he usually wants to stall a bit for damage, but because he was at full HP, I think it just was Tail Whip, which is...
Yeah. Which is bad.
It's like a waste turn, pretty much.
Yeah.
You can't really do anything about it. But yeah. Happens. Amoeba and Pickle leaving the boat, Main entering the boat at the same time.
Double buy boats at the same time. Crazy.
Maybe so.
We're gonna see them divert in a moment.
So yeah, Amoeba entering the fun zone. Good luck, Amoeba, with Surge.
The fun
Pickle
zone.
is just gonna head out and say, yeah, I'm gonna come back later.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know this was something you do. I guess that makes sense.
He does the different campus. That's cool. It's cool to see.
Oh, I was talking about getting the candy for Pickle later.
Ah, yeah, it saves 1 turn frame, so it's not really. It's a very small optimization.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's neat.
Yeah. Oh, Poison Bottomist is good for main. Just hits. Come on. Main is very unlucky this race. With
Yeah, this
Pickle.
is a bad race for main.
Okay, gets that one. That is perfect. He also has Torrent, so he is pretty much through the fight here. Because he can just Water Pulse to Eradicate instead of having to kick, and the Kadabra is just gonna go down to 1 bite.
Eva unfortunately last try cans, but at least it wasn't a 4 can at least. Copium.
Yep. Also, he saved after fighting the Gentleman, so he can skip the save here. But yeah, Surge fight. Amazing fight, except it's not amazing. It's a very bad fight.
Yeah.
So he has 3 pokes. He has this Voltorb, which is a ranged die and can outspeed you if you don't have amazing speed. And it knows Shockwave and Sonic Boom. This Pikachu is... It always goes down to Water Pulse, it's like whatever. But the main issue is the Raichu coming up. The Raichu always outspeeds you. It has Double Team, which it prefers to use turn 1. And it has Shockwave, which usually does more than half of your HP as damage. So, pretty much always have to hit either Water Pulse or a Mega Kick for Double Team.
He tanks another here. That's actually not very common.
Yeah. Okay, he's in Torrent, so he can Water Pulse here.
Alright.
True. Okay.
Pretty good fight from Eva.
Great fight here. HP is also very good. Can just potion this and be safe. Yeah, that was a good example of how a Surge should go. Usually you like end up at low HP after 1 Shockwave from Raichu, where you are in a situation where you like have to manipulate your HP, so 1 Shockwave puts you into quick attack range from Raichu, so it uses quick attack and you use super potion, and then you are at an HP where tank another Shockwave. But that one loses a lot of time. So ideally you just like hit both moves and you're clean. You're through the fight. And everything's perfect. Yes, that's one of the upsides of running Modest. Compared to Rash, Modest Squirtle's taking less damage from Shockwave because they don't have minus special defense nature. Same for main actually, he runs mild, so he's also gonna take less damage from Shockwave.
So yeah, even though Pickle's further in the game than Amoeba is right now, Amoeba is firmly in the lead, especially since Pickle has had a pretty rough 2 trainers here. He's had to 2-shot the Venonat, and I think he missed at least a kick on Alicia and got put to sleep. So Amoeba can honestly just overtake him even with Fighting Surge, but we'll have to see how this goes.
Yeah, he will be overtaking right before Lavender Rival, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is where the 2 routes are gonna converge again. Or like the routes are gonna be the same pretty much, but Pickle is gonna have to head to Surge right after Giovanni or right before 11th Rival, pretty much. So that's where Pickle is gonna be ahead for now. Oh, Min, I think, did not save here for Surge, so if he dies, he might have to do the Gentleman fight again.
Yeah, he really is in a bad spot if he dies here. He honestly might just forfeit, to be honest.
Okay, lose the speed tie, get Shockwave, which is good, because now after 1 Shockwave from Raichu he will win Torrent. So he just has to pretty much hit 2 Water Pulses and be fine.
Amoeba missed 2 kicks in a row.
Oh no.
Main hits his first water pulse, gets shockwave,
It's Torrent, just needs to hit this one as well.
and hits. Right, so good fight for main. Definitely needed that.
Very important for him, yeah. Gonna help him catch up a bit. At least compared to Pickle, not really to Amoeba because his fight was also very fast.
Yeah. Amoeba, unfortunately, 1 HP out of Torrent, so he's gonna have to go for a range on Venonat. That's not very likely.
Yep. Oh, Pickle on probably the worst fight in Rock Tunnel. Martha. Martha has an Oddish, which you have to double bite with the late surge route. Oh, he actually goes for bite here.
Into Torrent.
He needs to hit this kick, and he does. Okay, good. That was scary for a bit. It was a very good Razor Leaf crit because now he has Torn for pretty much the entire section left. So he doesn't really have to be scared of ranges and whatnot. It's just gonna be cruising through Rock Tunnel now. If he finds the way, obviously. Rock Tunnel is a very dark place.
Yeah, I don't know how our runners are gonna make it, to be honest. Flash is pretty essential. Yeah, Amoeba misses the range. Not a very likely one, 30%-ish. So yeah, pretty much all different spots of the run. Amoeba now entering Rock Tunnel, main going towards Alicia, which both Pickle and Amoeba have already done, but you have to hit 2 Mega Kicks, and if you don't, you are often going to be statused, either paralyzed, sleep, or poisoned. And obviously you have to heal that off, so it takes a bit of time. So you don't want to miss on those.
Yeah, even though those moves also only have 75% accuracy, if you miss more than 1 kick, they will be going for Sweet Scent in between, usually on the turn you are statused, or you heal off the status.
Yeah, they have to, actually.
So the next move will pretty much always hit, because at -1...
Oh.
What's actually the opposite?
Really bad spot for main. He
It's
kind of has to hit
amazing.
this kick for his life now.
Yeah, he has no potion. He could, in theory, super if he wants to play it safe.
Yeah. Okay.
He has to hit another one, though.
Man, this is so scary for me.
Oh boy.
He really wants to. There's a big incentive to keep Torrent for at least past this fight to get the guaranteed range of Venonat.
Yeah. That one is kind of nice to have Torrent for.
So it does hit. We'll have Torrent.
I wonder if he will use his last potion for Martha here. Just to be sure to not die to another Mega Kick miss.
He did miss. He's probably. I think he's probably out.
Just YOLO's that spinner. Okay, sure. Bold move.
Man,
I like it. He has to catch up though, so I can understand.
Yeah.
His way of playing for now.
You also technically, it's not technically a YOLO if you can just react in time. It's like.
He's a type C spinner. You can't really react to him, and he was facing left all the time, so. Like he can catch you. So scary stuff. All those spinners, like, they don't really kill you, but they lose a lot of time, and you can't really afford losing time when you are already that far behind.
Yeah, optionals. I mean, fighting an optional at all is like a minimum of like 30 seconds time loss, but if they have more than 1 poke or you can't one-shot it, it could be upwards of a minute or more.
Yeah, speaking of losing time, let's see Pickle's spinner pass here. Very good spinner pass. Oh, okay, good. Makes it through the last room, perfect. Probably one of the scariest spinner passes for like newer runners. Because like you can't really see the spinner, you don't know where he is. But if you like learn the setup, there's like a little bit of a setup there where you align with the ground or with the ground tiles, and you just run to a certain tile, get on the bike, and you can just bike pass him, and he's pretty much not able to catch you at all if you're fast enough. But yeah, the tough part is actually knowing where to line up the run to bike.
So yeah, Pickle on his way out of Rock Tunnel. About a little we're around 2 fights ahead of Amoeba, but obviously Amoeba's already fought Surge. But honestly, the hard part of the Rock Tunnel portion of late Surge is kind of over. So Pickle, I mean, there's like a couple more ranges that you wouldn't normally have, but it shouldn't be as scary for Pickle from here.
Nah, he's pretty much through. He has Torrent for the next fight, for the Eradicate. He has Torrent for both. I think he should keep Torrent for level 32 as well. Didn't really see his HP lately,
Yeah,
but I think
neither.
he was low enough previously, so. The only scary poke is gonna be the Arbok, which he will have to 2-shot, and obviously Giovanni is gonna be a scary fight, but yeah, this HP looks good here for Pickle.
So we see Main did off the potion for Martha. He hits the kick on Oddish. He is still dead to Razor Leaf here, so he does have to hit this one too, which he does.
Good. Keeps him in the race. That's perfect. Yep, bike. Oh, Amoeba, what are you doing?
You can't say that thing. You can't say that in chat.
Oh no. That's big cat, don't worry. Okay. Whatever you say, Amoeba. You got your subs already, so I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see the spinner pass here.
No, that was fine. That was fine.
Not too bad. Barely loses any time over the run to bike, I think. It was a 100% safe run to walk though, so yeah. Nothing to patronize about. I think Amoeba's HP, if he gets a +2 here, she should also be fine for the next 2 fights. Oh, that's Mega Kick missed though.
Son of gets poison powder. It's not the worst.
Goes for the kick, interesting. He has to hope for no quick attack here.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's very conflicted, it seems.
Okay, he's just gonna play it safe here, yeah. Doesn't get punished. Okay, good.
He would have lived on 1. That would have been content.
Yeah, the thing is, this Pidgey also is, like, it has quick attack, it has... I don't know if it still has tackle.
It might have sand attack, to be honest.
It does have sand attack.
Yeah.
I know that for sure. So you can't really heal on that bird at all.
I think, yeah, the correct play is to heal on the Oddish, but...
Yeah, because it will not status you again, it will just use Sweet Scent, because of how its AI works. It looks like good HP now for Amoeba.
So maybe he realized that a little bit too late, and just kind of improvised.
So that for sure. I don't even know why I know the Pidgey has Sand Attack, but I've seen Sand Attack from that specific Pidgey. Or maybe it was the previous Pidgey, I don't know. I've seen other runners get Sand Attack from the Pidgey though. I think Main had one race where he was like paralyzed after the Oddish. And was out of paralyze heals, so he got outsped by the pigeon and got like sand attacked multiple times. And it was a tragedy to watch. Also a little bit funny because you don't really see it at all. But it can happen. So Pickle already in the first or second to last fight before Giovanni. Amoeba entering the underground tunnel and Main about to do his run to bike in the dark. Maybe not. Maybe does a run to walk as well. But also a clean run to walk. Gets through the last room as well. It's perfect. Okay, it's not too far behind, I want to say. It's like 2 to 3 minutes behind Amoeba. Hard to tell how far he actually is behind Pickle. Because, like, Pickle, he's gonna be losing about 4 minutes. Because of the delayed search fight.
Yeah, we'll see in like 10 minutes or so. We'll finally get the answer, but...
Yeah, pretty much. Like, as soon as, like, at Arrival 4, at 11 Arrival, the routes will be together again. But, yeah, you will have a very good sign of how far... Oh, come on, mate. Okay, he gets it. Oh, how far the runners are apart from each other.
Does Arbok even die? Okay, I guess I
no,
can't.
now he bites, water pulls it. He gets the flinch, that's perfect. Okay, good fight. You're getting the max ether, very good backup item. Didn't really see his kick count, but I think he should have had 2 kicks left. So I don't think he needed to go for the max ether. But I guess it's just for safety reasons. Usually you would have enough kicks to... with 2 kicks you have enough to get through the arrival fight with X attack strats. But the more kicks you have, the safer, quote-unquote, the fight is. Because you don't really need to keep Torrent anymore, and you... That's pretty much it. Like, the only real reason is the Pidgeotto. You need to get a Torrent for the Pidgeotto if you don't have a kick for it. So yeah, Pickle entering Giovanni here. Both Onyx and Rhyhorn have a very unfortunate typing against Blastoise.
It's a very unfortunate typing in general.
So... Okay, early licks, so that explains. So yeah, both just died to Water Gun. Kangaskhan, fortunately for Giovanni, does have not that bad of typing. But Water Pulse still does a lot of damage from Blastoise. Like, this fully evolved Blastoise will just be able to 3-shot the Kangaskhan with Water Pulse.
The confused too. Double Tail Whip.
That's fine, I guess.
HP's okay, yeah.
Kind of wanted to have Torrent here because you kind of want to have Torrent for the search fight. But even if you don't have Torrent, it's gonna be fine. He's gonna have to waste 1 turn. Well, not waste, but he's gonna have to set up on the Voltorb in order to one-shot the Raichu. So yeah, Pickle gonna get Fly here. In the meantime, Main fighting the Lifky guy, we were on the second fight, I think. Yeah, looks like the second fight. So the last fight right before Giovanni. Oh, Pickle getting rejected by the Fly Girl, unlucky.
So yeah, if you're on early surge, normally you would do a pretty decent menu there where you teach Fly, heal if you need to, and then fly to Lavender and go fight Lavender Rival. But because Surge is the one that gives access to fly, we can't actually use it right now. So what happens is we have to backtrack and go through Saffron City in order to go back to Vermilion City to fight Surge, which is the detour that Ananan had mentioned before. That loses a pretty decent amount of time, but yeah,
you do a lot of stuff that the other two runners are gonna be doing later. For example, like getting the tea, you have to get the tea early on, and actually going through Saffron, which is where you get the small tea cutscene for the guards. So that will lose him a little bit more time, but he's gonna catch the time up throughout the rest of the run. So yeah, it's about 30 seconds, which he will save up until a survival fight, I guess. Let's see how Giovanni goes for Amoeba here. Also not in Torrent yet, so he will also have the free shot in Kangaskhan. If you actually have Torrent for this fight, the Kangaskhan is a very favorable range to two-shot with Water Pulse. So even more fights where Torrent saves time. Let's see, he might still get Fake Out here, which would put him into Torrent. Doesn't, okay.
No Fake Out. Gets Mega Punch turn 1. Cannot take another one.
He actually risks this. Okay. Doesn't get punished. Interesting risk to take in a race, but I respect it. Like, he could have just opted to Super Potion on that turn, because he was guaranteed that to another Mega Punch. If it hits, but I rarely ever see Mega Punch actually missing. Pickle getting first can. Classic for late surge. I don't know, a lot of people meme about late surge runners getting very good cans. It is actually true though. It doesn't find the second can first try though, unlucky.
Yeah, right, very decent cans. Oh, he's
yeah.
Does an early surge moment, tries to open the TM case, that's fine. Another notable downside of late surge is your TM case is no longer registered, so bag manips are a bit slower.
Yeah, that's true. He does Pickle actually have to heal again if he takes damage? I think he could, in theory, just go in if he sees Shockwave here. Because he will be leveling up before the rival fight.
I actually don't know how much Shockwave does here. Probably does like...
It does like 17 max.
17.
It really does nothing. Like, he can never kill you even if you are barely out of Torrent. Yeah, 17.
17. It feels a little too low for rival, but...
So yeah, this is 35 HP, he's gonna level again, so it should be 38, and I think 38 is definitely good enough for him. But yeah, this fight, if you fight him as Blastoise, you just water gun the first two, and you need either Torrent or +1. And then you can just water pulse the Raichu, and you always outspeed. So, yeah. Great fight. So yeah, Amoeba taking the lead here, by not even much. Like,
yeah, it's actually still pretty close. Wow.
Yeah. Like the menu Amoeba just did, where you teach Fly, use the Super Repel, equip the Black Glasses. Pickle is gonna do that now. And then he's gonna head into the same fight as Amoeba is doing right now. So...
And then on top of that, Pickle has already gotten the tea.
Exactly. Pickle has already gotten the tea, has already delivered the tea, and he also has Sandshrew, which is gonna be additional time save. So if you look at that, I think both of these runners are very close to each other.
Yeah, it's about even, honestly.
It's one of the cool things about this. Like, if you have a lot of quote-unquote hidden time save compared to the others, it's a really nice feeling. Just slowly but surely catching up.
Alright, so this section, there's one main goal of this whole tower section, and that is to get into an HP that you can get Torrent for Koga. So, that's why you want to come into this fight with a certain amount of HP, so that you can leave with an amount that can have safe Torrent for Koga, so that you can... Ideally, you want to be in a spot where you're Torrent, but also can take a Sludge from the Muck. So, Pickle got crit, so he's...
That is not great.
Not in a great position.
That is not great. He's gonna... He should have super potioned here instead of normal potioned.
Now he's gonna get the
That's
Intimidate off Growlithe, right?
Exactly. Now off
Or off
Gyarados.
Gyarados.
He will not be one-shotting the Gyarados with Mega Kick here, so he will have to heal again. Which is... Like, that's why you want to... usually want the super potion instead of normal potion if you actually get crit to an HP where you have to heal on Pidgeotto. So he pops the super potion, he is probably gonna just kick.
Maybe
this
could
turn.
crit. Oh, wait, Water Guns.
That's
Is this gonna
a good choice.
kill?
Yeah, it will. Like, Mega Kick barely doesn't kill
Okay, okay.
at +0. And... Nice. Good spin pass from Amoeba.
But yeah, so
Pause,
Pickle's in a good enough HP for right now.
Let's see.
Wants to be a little
30
bit
out of
lower, but
14. It's definitely Torrent for level 39. That's what you kind of want to, usually. Let's see how Main's fight goes. Looks also very good, like very good HP. I think he also has enough kicks. I didn't really keep track of his kick count. He has 2 kicks, so that's definitely enough. So he's gonna be able to kick both the Ivysaur as well as the Gyarados, which are the biggest threats, pretty much, in this fight. And the rest of the pokes just go down to either Bite or Water Pulse. Like, it's pretty much only those 2 pokes you actually have to set up for.
yeah.
It's interesting. I guess in theory you want to have Torrent for the Pidgeotto, but it's like... not
Pretty
really
negligible.
necessary. Yeah.
Although you could be put in a spot, the same spot that Pickle was in, if you are not in Torrent, leaving the Pidgeotto, and then you miss the range, and then your guard spec runs out a turn early. So
Yeah, that can happen, I guess.
that can happen.
So yeah, we were like pretty much exactly 2 fights ahead of Pickle, and about 3 fights and half a minute of movement. So it's actually a decently close race here between the 3 of them. All probably within like 2 minutes, I want to say.
Yeah. Yeah, seems alright.
So Main definitely still has a chance to catch up, because there are a lot of scary fights to come up. Mainly Koga, I want to say. Koga is probably gonna be one of the hardest fights for the rest of the run. Just because he has that tanky pokes, and all of them have Sludge that can poison you, and poison usually means a reset. So,
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, in addition to being in Torrent for Koga, you also, there's like a couple pokes that you want Torrent for, like in tower itself. One of them being the Marowak, that will not die unless you have Torrent. And then there's a couple
Yeah.
things on the rockets above also, but
that is true.
fairly negligible in this part, but
Yeah, he's safe a little bit, like here and there.
Yeah.
Even realizing he's out of water guns. Okay. That's fine.
Generally pretty interchangeable during this whole section. Water gun impulse.
Yeah. Obviously, water gun having 2 less characters, it saves a little bit of time over using water pulse. But that's pretty much it for Torrent. And having Torrent compared to not Torrent. Also, like the Golbat is a range. The Drowsy would have to bite it instead of water pulsing it. So that would give you very effective text, which saves which loses about 2 seconds. So like it just slightly adds up. So just getting into Torrent early on is very beneficial. And we already saw it a lot in the run, and we are still gonna be seeing it a lot for the rest of the run, where you just make use of our ability. Let's see, Amoeba's HP here, 25 out of 118. He might be able to Orm Berry this for Koga, if he wants to.
Although his defense is good enough, he could just go for... I'm not sure exactly what the range is, but he probably definitely has a chance to live with the muck at least, but...
He is definitely gonna survive the muck. Yeah, he might actually be able to tank the wheezing. At 30... 31 maybe not. I think it's probably a range to die. So he can just opt to play it safe if he wants to.
See what he ends up doing in a couple minutes.
Main is probably gonna have to Orm Berry though. Unless he gets quick attack by one of the reds, and I think he doesn't have a potion left, so he really wants to not see quick attack here.
Yeah, he either has 0 or 1 for sure. So he's kind of not. He doesn't really have a choice.
Yeah, he might have to improvise a bit if he actually gets.
Yeah.
Quick attack or 2 here.
You're not often in a spot like this. You almost never run out of potions.
Yeah, especially if you have Eva by like 13. Oh, okay. Look clean for me. Maybe a bit on the slow side, but
I think the first one was a bit slow. But
always hard to judge whether that pause manip spin pass is fast enough if none of the bikers actually spin. Of the first 3 that are actually loaded during the entirety of the manip. So yeah, seems like main didn't get quick attack, which is very good for him.
yeah, he really needed that. Pickle approaching the bikers.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Okay.
So play it safe. Good decision.
Messes it up a little bit, but improvises, does a safe pass.
Yeah, I don't know how well trained he is in the double pause manip, but like doing either pause into bag manip or even double bag manip is just a safe way to go if you don't feel confident enough. And oh, Amoeba.
Oh no. That's not good.
He forgot one item in the Safari Zone. It's fine though. There's backups for this. He can either center or get the Sylphide potion.
There's also one in Mansion, right? But that's like your repel steps are chained. But
yeah, true. But that one is, I think it's too far out of the way to get.
Yeah.
So he might just have to get the Sylph one, which is like 7 seconds lost. So not too big of a deal. Time to use all your potions. One year.
True. Main passing bikers now.
Let's see. Okay, I didn't see the second pause. But
yeah, I don't know if I just missed that or.
I bet he paused
Yeah,
the second run.
maybe just frame was skipped.
Also hard to tell whether he was actually in time for those. Like the pause minute for the bikers are if a very small frame window for the pauses. It's like it's 18 frames of movement, so it's like a 14 frame window for the pause, I guess. And if you miss that window, you can get caught by one of the bikers for the second pause. The first pause is a little bit more lenient. You just have need to not be too early on that one.
Yeah, Amoeba has perfect defense, which I mean that's kind of, I would argue that's this Koga fight is probably the fight where defense matters the most, because if you're mild like Main is, the amount of HPs that are torrent but can also take a hit from the Muck or the Wheezing are lower.
Yeah.
So it's like a smaller window to hit, but because Amoeba has really good defense, that window is a lot larger.
Let's see if we can help Amoeba and chat out with the Hyper Potion. I think there should be a picture somewhere. I know that Shelty posted a picture of that one, but it's pretty much like on the before the last teleporter you take to the rival fight. There you just enter the door left of it, and a Pokeball in the corner is the Hyper Potion.
So Amoeba
I don't think
saves
there's
for
any
Koga.
optionals anyway to that. For
Yeah,
that,
I don't think so. Yeah. Amoeba gets minimized. The typical move you see here does hit. Very cool. Another feature of the late surge route, we're gonna see Pickle double candying here. Get a
Perfect torrent. That's the Gangasm moment. Love to see it. 44 out of 132 HP. He might even tank a sludge poison from Muck here.
see if Amoeba
Not
gets the
from Weezing.
range.
Weezing does a little bit too much damage. But
Does get the range. That is huge
go.
for Amoeba.
it saves a lot of time.
Especially considering he had a chance to die to Wheezing too if he missed the range there.
Yeah.
Amoeba has had a very clean run thus far.
Yeah, so he keeps the lead over both of the other runners.
That was a very high roll on Muck.
Yeah, it's a casual level 42 roll.
Yeah.
Don't know, I think it would be a range if he actually set up an X special on that one, so it's not really worth it to use one. But the main benefit of level 42 for this fight, next to taking less damage from Sludge, is this Wheezing range.
No, dude.
That's the not go with. Interesting.
And get smoke screen. No.
Does
Oh,
it?
no.
Ooh, no. Don't do it. Okay, another chance.
No.
Ah, it hurts.
He gets tackled.
That's a revive. Sadly.
I don't know if he just didn't realize he was in Torrent or what. I don't know what that range is also, but
It's 11 and 16 compared to 6 and 16 with lower level. Ooh, me getting acid armor, that's perfect. Also, I don't know if Surf would actually kill from here. Goes for water pulse.
okay, good HP at least. Might not have Torrent for Erica, but
He does. He definitely does. He's only gonna level twice, so would be good HP for him. Let's see how Means Wheezing goes. He also goes for the range. Misses it though, gets Sludge.
survives at 2
Okay,
HP.
so he's gonna win here.
Yeah, just gonna bite serve and be done with the fight.
All right.
Yeah, that's good.
Um,
Helps him a little bit by crit. Nice. A little bit of extra time loss. It's fine though. So yeah, main it doesn't really have a potion for Erika, so that might be a little bit concerning.
yeah, we'll see what he does with that. Couple options. Pickle heading to mansion while Amoeba has just left it. Pickle and main now very close after Pickle's death there. Pickle still has a couple hidden time saves left in teaching strength and getting and delivering the tea also. So he still should have a notable lead, but it's yeah, still anyone's game.
Yeah, it's still. I know I say that a lot, but there's still a lot of things that can go wrong in this game. Because it's still FireRed LeafGreen, and this game has even worse move than Mega Kick. If you thought Mega Kick is a bad move, well, Amoeba already picked it up, and Pickle is gonna pick it up very shortly. Teammates, yeah, he was correct. Which is Blizzard. Blizzard being a very good move though. With 120 base power, giving it a lot of coverage. I think the route would be way worse if we didn't have Blizzard.
Oh, no
Was
question.
able to actually learn Blizzard. Downside though, only 70% accuracy. So even with an X accuracy, it's not guaranteed to hit. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun, and we're gonna use a lot of Blizzards for the rest of the run. And pretty much every single one of them, except for the one on Erika, if we actually get to see one, will be used in combination with an X accuracy. Just because how important those Blizzards are to actually hit. Like, if you miss one, the odds of actually dying are very high. So you pretty much rely on a 93% for the rest of the run. A lot.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And if you die once, like you will be seeing a lot of saves for those fights where you actually need to hit an exact Blizzard. And dying to those, say, loses like a minute, I guess.
Yeah, generally the rival fights are the ones where you just have to hit. So that's Sylph rival, Viridian rival, champ. And then also Lance. You can miss, but it means generally that you have to use a PP item in the fight, and it's really slow.
Yeah.
So
With
really have
Lance,
to hit those XX Blizzards.
exactly. Like for the rival fights, you will be using Blizzard on Venusaur mostly, and you are in Torrent for like the first fight. So if you miss, you will just die to Razor Leaf. And for the other fight, you might be in range to die to Razor Leaf, depending on how much damage you took before. Did Main get the covers? I feel like he should have. I didn't really see though. I guess he did.
He must
at his
have,
speed.
right?
Yeah, I
Because
think
he
both
didn't do
Amoeba-
Josh.
Yeah, I mean, he needs the covers for Serena if he has fast
Yeah,
speed.
yeah.
And I think both Amoeba and Pickle did do Josh and got early bubble. So they should be outspeeding the Alakazam, even without the covers.
So Amoeba's approaching a menu where he's gonna candy twice and teach Blizzard. And if he had Sandshrew, he would also teach Strength in this menu. But instead he's gonna teach it later when he actually has a slot open on Blastoise to teach Strength. Pickle is approaching the same menu. Actually, because he's already candied, he probably does teach strength
it
in the
does-
fly
it-
menu.
He doesn't need to do anything anymore. He already taught Blizzard as well as strength in in Mansion before roping
I
out.
see.
So he will be saving like 40 seconds in the split compared to Amoeba. Because this small menu here just takes forever.
Yeah.
Teaching over move is just very slow in this game. Also, I guess getting the Rain Dance text box in this gem compared to in Koga's gem also saves a bit of time for Pickle.
Yes.
It looks
Pickle
like
and
Neil-
Main both
Main.
leaving the gym now.
Yeah. Very important question here. Say no to Pill. Otherwise, your run is over.
Yes, you lose upwards of 10 minutes, probably more like 15, due to a mandatory side quest.
Yep.
So
Very slow side quests. Lot of fights. Lot of great content though. It's like
yeah.
like if you want to go to islands, you know you are playing a good game and a good catch card. I miss round 2. Yeah. So yeah, Erika fight here for Amoeba. He's in Torrent, so he gets to serve the victory bell. The Tangela will just go to one fight, and let's see if he goes for the safe strats. He does. Oh, that's 2 who have invented that one. Gets Giga Drain though. Okay. Easily tanks it though. So yeah, he opts to just use an X special here on the Tangela. Tangela is very likely to just go for Ingrain instead of Giga Drain. But he didn't die to it, so it's fine, and he can just +1 Torrent serve the Malplum here, instead of having to hit the non-exact Blizzard. And also his HP is very good now, for the next fight. Well, it's relatively easy to heal to good HP for the next fight, what I should say. I'm curious to see what Main wants to do here, because he doesn't have a potion. He might just either risk this HP or try something different.
He only has one serve. So he literally can't X special, not that I assume he would, but
Okay, so he will just... I think he still has a revive, right?
yeah, so he's just gonna go for the YOLO
Yeah,
Blizzard.
I guess so, yeah. There's not really a way around that.
Yeah, so if he misses this Blizzard, he is always dead to Giga Drain, so would lose him quite a bit of time. Side note. Oh yeah, he only has one surf, so yeah, makes sense. But it is technically slightly faster to surf that execute if you have the surf.
Oh, Pickle... Actually,
Pickle
risking it.
misses. Oh boy.
Goes for it. Come on, just hit. Very important. Oh, okay, there we
Okay.
go. Scary. Even gets the crit. Doesn't really matter. But that was scary. But interesting that it didn't opt to go for the safe strat here. Looking at, like, both of his pokes are fainted, so he wouldn't have been able to use a revive. I mean, he doesn't have a revive anymore, so...
That's a good point.
Interesting decision, but he still gets through, which is fine.
Maybe he didn't know that.
We're getting the hyper potion, perfect.
Main hits for his life successfully.
Perfect. Okay, keeping the race close.
All 3 runners still in decent contention here. I'm glad to see there hasn't been any DNFs yet.
Yeah, same. Like, everybody can still win at this point. I don't think there's gonna be many misplays from this point anymore. Like, there's... Oh, that's an interesting crit here from Amoeba.
Let's see how he plays it. Just super potions. Should be good. He needs to set up another item. Should be good to go here. HP looks very sick. Yeah, he should be fine here, I guess.
Okay. Nice. One of those X-accuracy blizzards that we mentioned. All 3 runners opt to go for the floor 3 warp manip on that walker. I think Thunder theorized that.
Yeah, it's a very safe way to pass that walker, and you really don't want to hit the one. Because Pickle just going in. Oh, I like this. He's going for the win here.
As you do.
I mean, you have to, like, you don't get anything from second place in this race.
Exactly. I think it makes perfect sense.
He needs to catch up a bit, yeah, so. Let's see how his fight goes. But yeah, you need to set up 1 X accuracy and 2 X specials. And then you just try to hit all your moves, and yeah, good to go.
It's the blizzard. Very hype.
That's the first one. There's still another one you need to hit on the Gyarados.
Yeah, he is dead if he misses this one, likely.
Like, it's 50-50 to actually die if you miss. But just don't miss forehead. Oh no!
Bite.
No,
Oh no!
No, that is game over for Pickle. Sadly, that one hurts.
It's very sad.
There's something about this fight where if you don't save, you just lose to it. I don't know. In races, it just works that way.
But to be fair, if he had saved and reset, I think he probably would have been out of contention anyways. Realistically.
That's probably true, yeah.
Assuming nobody makes any major mistakes from here. He is going back. Would
Yeah, I guess he will just...
would take a lot
Yeah.
for him to win this race, but yeah, content. Amoeba going for the Kangaskhan
Oh, misses the range, doesn't die though. That's fine.
torrent range, does miss it, but he doesn't have to X speed for Sabrina, so he's actually just okay here.
Okay, let's see how Pickle comes back from this. Main is a little bit too high HP here. He's gonna be leveling out of Torrent right after this Marowak.
We're stalling with Pokeballs,
Nice.
it seems.
Let's go, that's the strat.
I wonder if you can ever tank like a Razor Leaf from him.
I think you can, yeah, but I think the Venusaur still has Sleep Powder or something. So, not really great. Okay, main getting damaged into Torrent there from the Drowsy. Guess it works.
If you're this high HP.
Let's see, come on, second try Pickle, you can do it. Yeah, let's go, not cursed. Can still make it. Okay, Viva through Sabrina. Very easy fight if you outspeed the Alakazam. If you don't outspeed the Alakazam, you have to pop an X-Speed on the Venomoth, and it has a 10% chance to confuse it with Psybeam. So that's like the only scary part about that fight if you have low speed IV. But with both Pickle and Amoeba having 31 as well as Main having 30 speed, they can just pretty much naturally outspeed. Like, Main had to get the Carbos, but both Pickle and Amoeba having that high speed IV and that many speed EVs to just reach enough speed for the fight to just naturally outspeed, pretty much.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like at least definitely nowadays in the tournament races, runners will opt to just go for higher speed anyways. So that we actually don't see a lot of X speeds on those fights nowadays. You usually see a 30 or 31 speed, but in PB attempts, you're resetting for a much larger variety of Squirtles, so see that more often.
That's the thing about like backup Squirtles for tournaments. Like, you can pretty much take whatever you want to, because you're not really in like a time limit compared to PB attempts where you have to search within a certain frame window. Because if you get like a Squirtle where you have to wait 3 minutes for, you can't really get a good time anymore. And for backup Squirtle, it really doesn't matter. So I think like a few of the runners actually waited for 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
To get an attempt at the manip, and yeah. So that's the thing for races.
And it's balanced because anyone can wait as long as they want to get the Squirtle they want.
Yeah, frame 19,000. The only downside of getting late Squirtles is that your IGT looks terrible.
Yeah.
You have to live with that, I guess.
That's a good point.
Like, having a sub 2 IGT in a race looks way better than having like a 205 IGT, even if your race time is better. I don't know. At like,
Agreed.
what the... So yeah, Amoeba in the Resident Sleeper section, number 3 of this run.
This gym is so boring. It's just nothing happens. You just win.
Yeah, don't click the wrong move and you win. Pretty much. Like, you have Stab Surf in Torrent. Those Machokes don't stand a chance. Everything else is conveniently ground type. And, well, water moves are pretty good against ground type pokes. So, like, you don't even need Torrent necessarily for these fights.
Yeah.
Like, if you would just be able to surf, or you would just need to surf a few of these things. But
yeah,
Torrent
Giovanni's
is even enough for these. So
Giovanni's ace was a ride-on in the OG games, but for some reason they decided to downgrade it. Not that it would matter for Blastoise, of course, you would just one-shot it anyways. But, I don't know, I guess they felt the ride-on was too crazy and they needed to nerf it. So now he just has 2 Rhyhorns instead.
yeah, I think Charmander wouldn't have great fun with a ride-on. So.
Yeah. It's a good point.
Imagine having to set up X items for Giovanni.
Can't imagine.
Be awkward. I wonder how Bulbasaur does that fight. Because return is probably not enough, and do you even have Razor Leaf for that fight anymore?
I don't even know. Bulbasaur's a mess.
Yeah, it's a big meme. Also very slow.
the meme because the grass typing is so bad that you have to rely on mostly physical moves for your Bulbasaur, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, like the main move is return.
Yeah.
I think you also get Hyper Beam. So you actually run plus attack nature for Bulbasaur instead of plus special attack.
Pretty funny.
As for the other two. Kinda interesting. So yeah. Also the thing with Bulbasaur is Vine Whip only has 10 PP. So you
Which is
run
so
out
dumb.
of
That's
Vine
so
Whip
dumb.
very, very early. And you still don't really get it earlier than... Like, at what level do you learn it? Is it 11? Or is it even later than that? I know you get
11
Leech
sounds
Seed, but
right.
like, don't exactly know. But it's like, you get a Leech Seed, which is obviously
Level
very
10.
slow. Level 10, okay. Like, I think you even have slower block times than Squirtle, even though Squirtle only
Oh,
has
100%.
Just so funny. And Squirtle fights, and I mean, Bulbasaur actually fights more than one option fight then. Because it has to hit level 10 early on. And with Squirtle you just go in at level 8 into the first fight. So, don't really care. Did we even get Feather Dance? Or why is it that high?
He did get Feather Dance, yeah.
That is awesome. So he's out of... Okay, actually just hits the Blizzard. Perfect.
So we can oftentimes take a Psychic here.
There's no way he doesn't tank a Psychic here. Even if he gets, like, takedown crit, he should still... I mean, if he... there's no way. If he needs to tank a Psychic, he won't take damage anyways. See, gets the bite. Gets
It's Rain Dance. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Slowest possibility, but probably the safest possibility. Because you can just go for Surf. On the Gyarados, otherwise you would have to use a Blizzard on it. I mean, it doesn't really deal a lot of damage. I think it only has Bite. And not even Bite, it just goes for Hydro Pump usually. Which
Yeah,
doesn't
Hydro
do
Pump.
any damage. But yeah, he can opt to skip the XP tier and just surf the Alakazam in...
Probably gonna disable because it's high HP.
Yeah, ooh, even more time save. Or less time loss compared to not Rain Dance. Yeah, Rain Dance is a little bit slow because of the extra text boxes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of have to take whatever you get. Okay, let's see how Main's fight goes here. He already got past the Venusaur. So let's see how his Gyarados goes. If he also has to go for... I think he can also skip the X-Speed. He gets a flinch, that's great. That's probably the safest, the fastest option. Other than crit one-shotting it. So he will have to use an X-Speed here on Growlithe in order to outspeed the Alakazam. Because if you don't outspeed it, it can go for Calm Mind, maybe getting punished, lucky. And if it goes for Calm Mind, you will not one-shot it with Surf. Unless you are in Torrent, or Rain is up. And if you're in Torrent, it will not go for Calm Mind, it will just go for a Psychic and kill you. So, yeah.
And also in most positions, anyways, even if you got Calm Mind without Rain Dance, then you wouldn't kill it, and then the next turn it would just kill you, because now it's higher special attack. So you never want to do that.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
So yeah, Amoeba, clear favorite to win. He just if he gets no deaths on E4, he should win, but that's just obviously like not even close to guaranteed. Main can probably win even with just one death.
Depends on where Amoeba dies, obviously.
Yeah, it really depends. We're just gonna have to see.
Like, there's good deaths and there's bad deaths. Good death is probably getting turn 1 Shadow Punch crit from Agatha, because that's very fast. That's like 30 seconds or something lost. And there's bad deaths, like dying to Lorelei. Probably the worst possible death in this game. Or in E4. Also, fun fact, every single one of the last 6 fights can actually kill you.
Yep.
With not a that unreasonable chance. So, like 1 in 16 or even higher. But usually it's either crits or blizzard misses that actually kill you. Big movement from Meep so far. Hopefully no curse. Pickle also getting Rain Dance. He might be in psychic range though. So he might still have to use next speed in order to just not die.
He probably, yeah, I think he's in psychic range, pretty sure. Goes for surf.
On the Growlithe, interesting.
I'm not sure what's gonna happen here.
Even if he is in range, it's a very unfavorable.
Well,
range
but even if he gets
for him.
disabled too, he goes for bite. Oh my god.
That should kill.
Okay, yeah.
Good. That was scary. There's no way it does more than 62 though. Maybe 63 max.
But he was by surfing the Growlithe, he was playing specifically for Psychic there because if you get Calm Mind, he lives. If he gets disabled, he's using the move that he just used, so he'll get disabled.
Yeah, but I don't really understand why he went for surf. Should have just gone for bite anyways. And
Yeah,
surfed the
yeah.
Sam, so that was weird. Whatever.
Alright, Amoeba going into Lorelei right now. See if we get any hails or haillesses. That would be very nice.
Is this the time of the run where we spam Blizzmiss? Don't think it is, right?
Close.
Don't read chat. Okay.
Maybe next
let's
year.
see.
Hail
Oh.
turn 1, unfortunate.
Unlucky. Yeah, the thing with Lorelei is the Dugong has pretty much random AI for like the first 4 turns. It can go for either Safeguard, Hail, Surf, or Ice Beam. And so not seeing Hail on any of the setup turns, which are 4 turns of X Special, is very unlikely. Not possible, but very unlikely. So let's see if we actually get to see a Hailless Lorelei today in one of the races. Hailless is about 15 to 20 seconds, I want to say. Just because of all of the extra text boxes.
Yeah, and then you can save even more time on top of that if you get a really good Lapras.
Yep.
Which Lapras can kind of be a pain sometimes. See main. Getting some 4 restores before going into the E4. See how his Lorelei goes. Pickle still in Victory Road. Once again, pretty little chance to win. Maybe just playing for the fun of it.
Amoeba heal turn 1, that is an excellent question. I don't know how much Body Slam does here from Lapras, but he might die to a Body Slam crit here.
He probably does, yeah. But I mean, he does have max defense, so maybe not.
Body slam, don't do it. Okay.
Oh, he would have
Ooh,
lived,
he-
yeah.
Dude, what a mad lad, he just goes for it. Okay, actually
Okay,
survived.
rewarded.
That is scary.
That is very scary, yeah.
Just going for the crit. Or for hoping not for crit.
Ooh, main's been frozen.
Yikes.
Not sure when he got hail, but if it was turn 1, then he could maybe get tail again.
Come on, Amoeba, use your potions. There we go. Still has 7, 8 actually left.
Amoeba healing and saving for Bruno. HP leads you to suggest that he's probably going to go for a guard spec strat.
Yep. Which means he has to hope for no earthquakes.
Yeah.
Okay, Ming getting nice flinch with the bite. Didn't really talk about the bite much, but it being dark type means it is it depends on your special attack how much damage it deals. So setting up X specials makes a bite stronger. Also, bite has a 30% chance to flinch, and every single flinch in this game is very good. Especially on Lorelei. I like the big ones.
27.
It might be barely in front range.
That's very close. Maybe he has a range to die. Have to see.
It just goes with it, okay. So 27 is max roll, okay. He might also be 1 in 16.
Oh, he's
1 in
leveling
16
too.
range
That's
to
fine.
Shadow Punch here after leveling up.
Oh, after leveling up, I see.
I think Shadow Punch does like 30 max maybe with this defense. Maybe 29 max, I don't know.
Confuse right for main.
Bottom Slam no para, just hit.
Pretty good incentives to just hit here. Okay.
Okay, good HP as well.
Really good HP. All 3 runners got hail, unfortunately. So no hailless today. And frozen by Pickle too. Crazy. 10% to freeze with Ice Beam, by the way.
Yep.
Eva saving for Agatha. Very fair play.
Yeah, maybe not the most likely fight to die to, but still probably one of the scariest threat. Main opting to go for full restore turn 1. That's an interesting strat. With that high HP, I think he could have just done mid HP strats, even high HP strats.
Toxic turn 1. That is crazy.
Great.
Puts him
the
even in a
toxic
very
turn.
weird spot.
He has full restore. He doesn't
Super
tank me.
is.
That's a wasted turn. So it's
It is
gonna
a
be,
wasted
yeah.
turn.
He needs to full. It just resets. Interesting. Interesting decision. Could have just full restore and set up to +3, but I guess it's a fair play.
Yeah, you expect to see double team there. Shadow Punch sometimes happens if you're out of range for it, but Toxic is extraordinarily rare.
Yeah.
So main now, decent chance to catch up. Still
Yes.
a little bit farther behind, but
Let's see, second try. That's what he usually gets.
yeah.
Pickle hitting himself. That's not great.
And Parad
Oh no.
gonna full restore. Neva misses, gets Shadow Punch,
Oh, that is scary.
goes for it again, misses again. Oh boy. Now we have a race.
Getting
Oh my
closer.
goodness.
The race is getting closer. Main is catching up.
Main now less than 10 seconds behind Amoeba.
Main not saving though.
Main not saving. I think that makes sense. But he really has to
If
win.
Amoeba dies, Main dies as well. Amoeba just wins.
Yeah, that's true.
So Main really
He needs to win this.
Really needs to win this, yeah. And with Pickle, I can understand that he will just YOLO everything. from
Yeah,
the
yeah. Double team again for both.
Come on, just hit.
Amoeba misses
Ah,
again.
come on.
Guess double team this
Ah,
time.
main-
Main hits, so he's now in the lead. Oh my goodness.
no. That hurts. That really hurts.
Okay, Amoeba hits, so he's still got a chance. Still a decent chance. Did miss quite a bit there, though. Man.
Yeah, main slightly in the lead now. It might be Amoeba's turn to play risky now for the last 2 fights.
Oh, gotta do the commentator thing.
Oh yeah, true. Very important.
Hello, where the oh man. Patronizing my Wi-Fi.
Nice.
There we go.
Okay, so yeah, main about 10 seconds ahead, I want to say. Like, very close race now. Yeah, it's 11 seconds. Okay, maybe Pickle actually gets a chance to catch up if anything goes wrong here. Oh, main just going in. Oh, gonna be a close one.
Ooh, main just goes in. Oh man.
It's gonna be a close one.
Does Amoeba?
Yeah,
He does. Alright, alright. So Lance deaths are out of the race at this point, and Pickle, honestly, if they both die, Pickle can just win.
Yeah, Pickle
Crazy.
can. Like, Pickle still has a realistic chance here. Just going to the finals again. Let's see how main's fight goes here. Okay, Spec Egg fights. Flinch, that's great. Bite roll didn't look amazing though. Oh,
Main flinches.
come on, get
Main
the
in a
range.
great spot here.
Ah, he misses the range though.
Oh
Ooh,
boy.
that gives Amoeba time
That gives
to
Amoeba a good chance. Does Amoeba
gotta
get
put
it?
ahead now.
He misses it too!
Oh my goodness,
no.
that looks so good though. Oh no.
Oh my goodness. It goes for Blizz. Oh my goodness.
I missed this again, that hurts.
Alright, he doesn't heal
Oh,
again
he's-
at least.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's low on blizzards though, he will have the elixir.
Yeah, Amoeba's
on
slow.
Dragonair. Oh, he misses.
Oh, he misses.
He shouldn't die though. On the
Okay,
way.
if you probably elixirs
Elixir,
here.
no,
Yeah. Oh, that's
No, it's-
probably
it's
wrong.
It's fine. Doesn't really matter. Like, he needs to he needs to blizz now. Hope for hit. Oh, that
Okay.
is not good.
Okay.
I think he just realized he needs. What?
What's his plan here?
I don't know. Oh no, he's struggling. He hasn't been in this spot. I think.
Okay, Hyper Beam. Crit.
Interesting.
He did have a free turn there to do whatever he wanted.
Is he gonna do the same on the second Dragonair in order to not have to use the elixir? Or what is his play here? Yeah, he does. Okay. This one is gonna go for, yeah, I was gonna say either Dragon Rage or Outrage. Oh yeah, that's like downside of being kinda new to the game. Like, Amoeba has not been running this game for too long. Especially with the Squirtle Rod. So he probably didn't know the correct play
Yeah.
to get out of this situation. But yeah. So main with a very healthy lead now. So he might just gonna go in and hope for the best. Okay, main hits the last blizzard though.
Alright, Amoeba with a ton of ground to make up now. Kind of realistically needs a death from main.
Pickle gets range. Let's go.
Just heal is probably not going to be enough.
I guess not now. Something needs to go wrong here for me in order
Yeah.
for Amoeba to be able to catch up. See, needs to set up one max spec at least.
That is... okay.
There's enough setup.
Go
He's
for
plus 2
Bison.
and he isn't torn, so he will be able to one-shot everything here. But he still needs to set up an accuracy and needs to hit the Blizzard on Venusaur. And it does. Okay.
That's...
That's the first part done.
that's the hard part, realistically.
See how Amoeba's setup goes, that's way better. Getting Sand Attack turn 1.
Very less, unfortunately. Okay, well, rip.
That's fine though. He should be able to. It's not gonna be healless, very likely.
Yeah,
See, one max spec, please don't hit. Ah, it sucks.
that's a horrible
Terrible.
HP.
Terrible HP, yeah, worst possible. Barely out of torrent. The Breenarch needs to pray for a flinch here. Gyarados, let's see how main's fight. Rest of his fight goes. He needs to heal here. And then he needs to hit 2 more Blizzards on Gyarados. Gets bite, that's good. The less damage the better. Dragon Rage, okay, just needs to hit 1 more. And it
Right,
does. Okay,
should
that's
just
GG.
win. GG.
That's GG for main. Damn, what a race.
Good race. He lives extreme speed crit here, so he cannot lose.
Yeah.
Alright. Could be a nice 207 for main. Pretty good time.
Yeah, very solid overall. With the start that he had, like, definitely not too shabby overall. Let's see how Amoeba's Gyarados goes. Gets the flinch, okay. Gets the hit,
Alright.
okay.
Just, he is dead to extreme speed crit, so has not won yet.
He doesn't really care, I guess. If he dies here, it's whatever. If he
Yeah.
it's also whatever, like. See, okay, he's also
Dying would have been content.
I would have been indeed content. I don't think we have had E-Speed crit death in this tournament yet, so could have been the first in something at least. But still, good race though for him. That's a low 2-8. That's definitely something to be proud of.
The Pickle is probably also going to be sub 210 coming out of this race, even with the self-rival death.
Yeah, that's true.
So a very competitive race the whole way through.
Even with the amount of deaths we had, yeah. But yeah, what Amoeba really cost him was just the Agatha deaths.
Crits with bite.
Rash, gonna have to heal.
Gonna have to heal. Alright, hold on. The win for Pickle. Three great times for three great runners.
Okay, let's mark both main. Eva's done. Okay, Pickle also, yeah, that's still a 2-9. That's very impressive.
for the survival death we had. So yeah,
Hello.
GG's to
What's up,
me.
man? Congratulations.
Dude, I don't know. I got no words.
Really, really good race to watch towards the end.
GG's, man. I'm impressed you like continued on because you had such a deficit.
Yeah. The early
I mean,
game was actually quite rough for you.
I just got such bad luck in the beginning, and I was just mad the whole time, and like Amoeba was having like a really good run, and like same thing with Pickle, and then he like died too. But I was just thinking the whole time, like I can't save because it doesn't matter if I save and die and reset, I'm just gonna be too far behind anyways. So I mean,
Yeah.
I think like literally at right after the bill split, I was like, I'm not saving for the rest of the game, pretty much, and that's what I did. I didn't save at the entire game, and like, I mean, yeah, I don't know, GG's. I mean, it sucks because, I mean, I only really won because Amoeba got really screwed on Agatha, but, I mean, I guess it sort of
ridiculous.
it evens out
the
a
game
little
we
bit.
play.
Yeah, my terrible late early game and your that fight, yeah. So it's like it evened out a little bit, but I mean, I still just can't believe that I brought that back. Like I was so far behind. I was like 2.5 minutes behind. It felt like.
I think I definitely obviously misplayed on Lance, but I don't actually think it would have mattered because your Lance and Champ fight were clean enough anyway, and you had the 10-second lead.
Yeah, you were something weird happened with your fight, I think, but I missed the bite Blizz at 31.
But I ran out of blizzards and didn't know you can just elixir in the fight, so I just did the entire fight without blizzards, except one for Dragonite. But,
and then I'm really glad that I didn't screw up Champ because like I didn't get a single sand attack, and I like I was already like insanely nervous, obviously, because it was like so close, and then luckily I like composed myself and remembered that like just Blizzard the Gyarados. I almost went for Bite Surf, then I was like, wait, no, I'm not at +3, I'm at +2. So yeah, that was scary.
Hello Pickle, GG's. Congrats on the sub 210 with the Silph rival death. Actually pretty insane.
Yeah,
And late surge.
Yeah, I feel like I executed fine. My movement was kind of bad, but I think all my choices were correct. It's just unfortunate to get punished on a 93% miss and lose 2 minutes, but
Missing on Gyarados too feels extra bad.
yeah, the Sylph fight's been bad for me all tournament. I haven't gotten through that fight in any of my rounds without missing a Blizzard.
That's crazy. It's insane.
So, yeah, I've died 3 times in that fight this tournament, and the one time I missed, I got bite from the Gyarados. It's the only time I survived it first time. So, I don't know.
Would Pickle have won if he saved before Sylph? He'd have lost by like 4 seconds, maybe.
Well, I feel like I was in a position where I was like a minute or so behind, and I just need to make plays that can help me save time. So
I think me and Anna, we were both okay with that, to be honest. Because yeah, there was a pretty good chance you were just had not a very good chance if you saved and died.
Yeah, I'm in a position where a death is pretty likely a loss anyway. So because loot dying on self rival is really slow. You have to reset up after you reset and everything. And
I think realistically, if you've got like more than a 30-second deficit, you probably just shouldn't be saving for anything at this point. You've got to win, so.
Yeah, no,
it's why main won.
So.
I actually just YOLO'd like the whole.
At my death on Koga, which was also BS.
I got the sickest Koga fight for the setup that I had because I was like 50-50 dead to Weezing and just hit the range smile.
So I was at exact torrent, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna bite the Weezing, not go for the range, and I got smoke screen and I double missed a surf, and I was.
Yeah, that was painful to watch.
Just like I think the play was correct to try to get because I was at exact torrent.
They could have just like gone for surf in the first place, but
Anna, did you commentate? Did you commentate my other race where I also got toxic from Agatha? In which case, can you please stop commentating my races? Thanks.
I'm gonna win for the finals. Don't worry. Never mind.
I don't know if you guys noticed either. Like, I didn't have potions the whole run. I was trying to figure that out. Like, well, actually, no. I thought about it and I was like, okay, so, like, what do I do here? I was like trying to figure. Like, I knew obviously the Silph rival was kind of screwed up, but my plan again was what I did was like to just super when I'm guaranteed quick attack. And it ended up working. So, but then I didn't have torrent for the next level, and then luckily I got damage from the drowsy and got into torrent, and then it was like fixed again. But
it was
yeah,
so funny because on the screen at the same exact time, Amoeba had like 11 potions and Main had like 2.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't done the sell extra stuff strat and buy extra stuff. So, which I guess I don't know. I mean, I literally got the forest potion and like used all 3 potions. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
oh my god, my early game was so bad.
I was like, I want to play this. I had a really good start, and I was like, I'll probably play this fairly safe and sell the TM. And I got to my potions. It's like, you have 2 in the bag already.
Oh. You guys were going so fast in the beginning. Like that was crazy. Like,
yeah, I had a good
well,
start.
me and Pickle both got really good starts.
Yeah, and then the difference was like late surge basically between us afterwards, and then I had a death to Koga and a death to Soul Rival, and that was costing me the whole thing. So
Redeemed myself slightly because I lost basically to late surge in the last race against you. So,
and like my rival 2 is just like so like I got quick attack crit to environment range, and then I potioned into sand attack, and then I got and then I swapped, and then he like, and then I bite, and then I got sleep powder to leech seed, and then miss kick, and then yeah, that was so bad.
fun race though. I'm glad I got.
I mean,
to
yeah, that
semis.
was fun. That was fun for sure. I mean, always
pretty
good to be
close the whole way
but
through.
yeah,
I'm really
yeah.
glad we had no DNFs.
I mean, I was ready. As soon as I died to anything, I was gonna DNF. Like, that's why I didn't save on Surge either. I was just like, you know what, we're just like 2 minutes behind, so.
Honestly, both if like, because I would have DNF'd in Main's position potentially. I would have DNF'd in Pickle's position on the Self Rival death. So like,
I figured I
pretty
had
good case for just playing your
I
races
still
out.
had an out, so my out was both of you losing 2 minutes in E4, but like that's
were
not
close.
impossible. So
I mean, if both people just die on either Lance or Jab, it's
yeah,
not
I
worth it.
was after that death, I made a decision. I'm just gonna go no save rest of the run, and if I die, then I'm DNFing. But
That's like the thing, if you are dead last and both of the first people just play very aggressively and both just lose, you have
That nice free win, yeah.
yeah, with y'all being real close to each other, there's the the chance y'all go a little hard, make some risks. So there's a chance I could catch up.
Bite Blizzard is a stupid strat. I'm not doing it anymore.
That's
It's
the first time I've ever
stupid
done
strat, okay?
that. What are the odds to hit that range?
I got double flinch too, and I just like it was actually like perfect.
I got flinch.
I
got flinch crit and still missed the range.
Yeah. God.
I think I got bite flinch, but I got the Blizzard range at least. At least to give me that.
All right, well,
85%.
Everyone, great race, very entertaining.
Go and win it all, please, man.
I'll try.
Yeah, made any thoughts on who you will or want to face in the finals?
I mean, that's an easy question. I obviously I want you and Wanley. That's what I want to play.
Yes,
that's what I want. So I mean, we'll see what happens. Tomorrow. I'm probably gonna commentate the race tomorrow because like I wasn't sure I was gonna do it yet, but if I lost, I was gonna be like, no, this game sucks. I'm leaving. But I'll probably commentate with JP.
Game still sucks. But...
And then I can see because then I can represent the early surge people. You know, if I can win with early surge, it'd be great.
One of the few left. Yeah.
Yeah.
So commentating, guys.
No worries.
Thanks, guys.
Pretty fun one.
Yeah,
I know it's on Mother's Day. This was a weird commentate. I'm glad you guys showed up. It's great.
Yeah. All right. Thanks to everyone for watching. Our next race, I think, is tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Now, hour before when this one started.
Yeah, between some people that.
Okay, guy, Wanley, and Catanese.
Yeah, those people. Yeah.
Racing. So
Great.
also gonna be a very close race.
Stay tuned.
Yeah,
see
indeed.
who main faces. And have a good night and day, everyone.
Yeah, GG's.
GG's.
GG.
Till tomorrow. See ya.